Hello, Brother Monroe here. Welcome back to another classic style video of Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. And today I've been challenged to do, well, I guess a kind of alternate history based on Jima. So we have the US force presumably protecting the landing forces, but Japan has said, well, this would be pretty much everything they have out to try and deal with it. And it's been a long time since I've done a custom with enormous numbers of destroyers, so yeah, take it with a pinch of salt. Wow, I have a design the big boy, yeah, sure. No, we're not going to use any of these. We're going to go with new designs. I could go for the super. The super is pretty good, but I think I'm going to go for the modern 2. Possibly experimental, actually. I'll be able to do something fun with the experimental. There's a lot of deck space in here, which are not... No. I mean, I'm very honest when I say I'm taking a pause from Dreadnoughts and why it is. Generally speaking, it is, you know, no, it's not because of the game. Most often, if it is, I will say it is and why. For instance, when I was playing, I think I did one. In fact, I think it's the last campaign video I did was episode 18, which is not out yet on YouTube at the time of recording, but that is the last one I did. And in that video, I encountered a lot of problems because 1.1.5, which is what I was recording on, was pretty bad. And I don't feel too bad saying that I think it was bad, because it introduced a lot of bugs and it wasn't playable, really. So yeah, that's kind of why I stopped with that. But it's fine now. The only reason I'm doing customs is because I don't have the balance mod yet. Again, I'm always tempted to go for 15-inch guns in 1940. They are surprisingly good, but seeing as it's Japan, we should probably go 18s, right? Can you fit them down there? No, you can't fit them there, though. Maybe we can do something a bit cheeky if I go with a different tower. Thank you. Oh, boo! Why can I not put barbettes up here? Boo, hiss. Fine. Boring. Oh, bigger ones. Oh wait, is it one of the ones where? Nah, none of them are accepting it. Oh, a medium fits. The medium one fits. Yeah, but it won't fit a 18-inch gun. What does it fit? Does it fit a 15? Oh, what? 15-inch gun totally fit on that. Come on. Yeah, there we go. Okay, now we're cooking. Thank you for reminding me that different sizes of barbette sometimes fit where they shouldn't. Yes, good. Right. You fit another one down there? No. Just a useless quarter deck. Default length is 43, which is a bit on the weedy side. Let's go for 45s. Build the ship backwards. Well, we could do something interesting with the 15s. I might go for the light speed 15s, but I think I'm going to go triple base super heavies. And then, what's our pen table look like with the cat ballistics? That's not bad. A soft cap. Wait, what? There we go. Yeah, soft caps. Don't see 12, 15-inch guns much. No, well, that's kind of the fun of doing the customs. Yeah, this gun doesn't fire directly aft, which normally would bother me, but yeah, we're going to have to just deal with it. I mean, these still have a reload of what? Actually, what? 1.08 rounds a minute? Don't be ridiculous. Why? Why is their rate of fire so low? Oh, is it because I haven't put a crew on? Yeah, there we go. Okay. 2 rounds a minute. Okay, fine. Let's go back to the +4. 1.55, that's fine. Okay, so it's just because it was crap. Crap crew? Oh yeah, I do need a secondary tower, don't I? Yes, you're right. We could go Q. But I think it's going to be... hard to fit in. Although, maybe. Stupid secondary towers. I mean, yeah, officially it doesn't fire... Wow, okay. Yeah, it just doesn't fire over, which is super annoying. Yeah, we could go Q. Trouble with the Q is... I can get this in. Yeah, we could go Q. Could mount one... Yeah, we could mount the gun there, and then the funnel there. Yeah, that works. Alright. Needs must. It's certainly experimental. Oh, God. Right. We are going to need secondary guns. Do 3-inch guns fit in the slots? Nope. Just the crappy little 2-inch ones. Right, let's make them .9s. Actually, there's something I could maybe sneakily do with these. What happens if I do adjust this to a .9? Yeah, let's go 15.9s. The game stops complaining. There we go. We have an halfway offset. I'm going to swap the position of the funnel and the turret in that case. Yeah, that's better. Right. I'm noticing that weight might be a slight issue. Can fix that later. I don't need all that engine efficiency. I don't need all that speed necessarily either, but 30 knots is good. And I am on minimum displacement as well, so... do I want to make the ship bigger? That doesn't really make much difference. Let's just go stupid all the way. These are not a speed. AW. What do I have that I don't need? I haven't done the armour yet, is a point though. Should really do that first before fussing. 18.9 should work fine. Or not. A landmark day. Sounds good. Let's go for uniform inner belts. Shave this down a bit more. Might have to go for a 16.8 rather than an 18.9. Or, no, we're getting close. 200 tons. 200 tons. What is causing all that displacement? Anti-torpedo. Cool. We'll drop anti-torpedo 1 pip then and get the spacious crew quarters back. Fine by me. Right, that's enough fiddling. The cruiser. Now then, I like, where is it? This one's not bad. Modern Heavy Cruiser 2. Yeah, let's go with that. $150,000 channel points. That's a lot of channel points. Guns, what have we got? 11. Might as well use 11s. Some anti-destroyer weapons. Really? Cool. Oh, Pastrider, thank you very much for the subscription with Prime. Massively appreciated. I think I went with triple base, didn't I? Did I go with super heavies or did I go with standard shells? No, I went with super heavies. I like keeping the same shell set up across across a fleet. I think I had cap ballistic soft cap. Thank you, Dologurk. Is that right? For the follow. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, massively overweight. It's fine. Can fix it later. nearly 16 inches of armor is a little overkill. Let's go for 12, 6, 10, 5. No! I'm trying to type it too quickly. Go. Oh, Battleship League variants? Yeah. That should be a fun one. Yeah, I'm massively overweight. So I think what I'm going to do is... These are also very long guns. Might be why they're so heavy. I'm going to drop down to twin 11s. Let's see if we're a little bit better off. 7%. I'm also going to shorten them, I think. Definitely to... I mean, 60 is crazy long. I think a 55... Even a 50 would be better. Yeah, let's go for a 50. I know, I'm just mucking about. Trombone time? you can press trombone time if you want. I think you probably know what that is if you've been watching the videos on YouTube lately. Right, what is giving us all this fatness? The modern... Wow, that is supremely heavy. I hadn't noticed that. Right. Downgrade the tower. Oh, that's a better looking tower anyway. And there we go, fixed. If you're ever wondering why you're overweight, have a look at this. Because sometimes you find that you've got something at the top there. It should go hull, bulkheads, as it is now, towers, engines, turrets, anti-torpedo, armour, and stuff like that should all be at the top. But you shouldn't. The hull should always be at the top, and bulkheads should nearly always be second. Bit of an halfway offset. Probably overcorrecting here. Yeah, I am. Something like that. We're a little bit underweight, but again, I don't mind using it, having a little bit of spare weight. At all, those things should be pretty nasty. Because I've got a lot of ships to design, I'm not going to make sure that every single one is perfect. I like the Japanese scout cruiser hull. I think it's a brilliant little hull. That one's just better. Guns, yeah, just go with 7 inches, I think. What am I making these for? A massive fleet battle involving an awful lot of destroyers. So, really all I'm trying to do is get the ships designed, because otherwise the video is going to be stupidly long. And this is why I didn't scrimp too much on the anti-torpedo side of things. I'm going to give these a triple bottom. Seeing as they don't get the torpedo bulkheads. I am on my new computer, but I'm on my old graphics card. So for Dreadnoughts content, the main difference is I can stream it in 1080p 60 frames a second, which is huge. It's no more 436 30 frames a second or whatever the hell it was that my old computer could manage. Engine efficiency, yeah, 97. I can live with that. We've got a tiny off width, so that'll fix it. What length are these guns? No, they're going to need to be longer. Wondering why I'm adding guns. It's because there's a lot of weight left. 40s should work. We're going to do the same on the aft, actually. They're surprisingly compact little turrets. Well, I think I found out why the stream was crashing yesterday, weirdly. Although it could still happen. It was OBS crashing. And I think it was because it had hardware accelerated rendering of browser panels enabled, which I think was causing the problem. So I switched that off. It's faster to do everything on the CPU on this particular, on the way my computer is currently built, than to rely on the GPU to do anything except driving the display and the game. So yeah, all the hardware stuff is turned off. Needs more dagger. Yeah, possibly. We've fit in 2-inch guns on this thing. I mean, we do also have this little space in here, but I was going to fit a couple of torpedo launchers, just so that we have them. Why am I using super heavy shells on my ships? You have more success with light ones. I do have a video showing off light shells, and the video I did just before this, or the scenario I did just before this, I was using light shells. Light shells absolutely work. Standard shells work too. I just like the super heavies for the increased damage. Simple as that. They also tend to fly in a higher arc, so the game has a bit of a love of deck hits. It'll give you deck hits when you're not really expecting them. I don't know how else to put it. No, we'll leave them on default 7s. Piss off. Oh, no, I shouldn't have done that. Now it's... torpedoes are complaining. What about a quad? Yeah, get a quad in. Let's go with increased torps. Wow, you get so much spare weight on this hull. It is ridiculous. Can we go for a brick? Like a complete brick? No. How about a semi-brick? They're underwaters? Maybe. Torpedoes are just generally terrible, though. No, can't fit underwaters on this hull. But yeah, back to shells. So yeah, I like super heavies because they go up and then smack down and when the games give you 90% deck hits, you might as well lean into it. But standard shells are good too, especially if you have big guns running triple base. So I tend to run either two ways. I either go super heavy tube powder, or I go standard cordite. But yeah, light shells, if you go light shells and you build for muzzle velocity and you build for rate of fire, they can definitely work. And they just overwhelm the enemy, particularly if you're going for high explosive spam. But I like trying to go for the... It's not a good way to play the game at all. It is not a meta choice, if you want to put it like that, of trying to go for penetrations and ammo depths, because it's more fun, to be honest. Torpedoes are good in large numbers. They aren't good as single launchers. I agree, partly, but I would say that they aren't good in large numbers either. They're annoying as a player. Like the AI, if it just spams hundreds of millions of torpedoes, sure. Yeah, great for them. Tell you what, I'll try it. We've got a perfect hull to do it on here. Cheap. Look. Cheap tower. Cheap secondary tower. I know, there. A funnel. Long as possible. Guns. Sure. You can have some guns. Probably have quite a lot of guns, actually. If we want. Get some 2-inch guns up there. And then you can just spam all the torpedoes in the world. And let's go for long lances as well, so people don't complain at me about, oh, you should use long lances. Yeah, alright, fine. 24-inch oxygen torps. There you go. Money is no object. I would never build this in a campaign. 46 million for a destroyer. You have to be insane to try this. This is a terrible destroyer. But I'll try it. Let's get some spotting ability. Rangefinder's not important. None of this stuff is important. For you not to explode. None of that's important. Hey, Frankie-san. I'd like to stay alive. The war thing... I mean, again, if you're watching my YouTube stuff, you'll probably realise that I leave a lot of stuff out, and that is deliberate. And again, I'm way overweight, and the weight will all be coming from those torpedo launchers. Yeah, there we go. What is armour anyway? Yeah. I mean, see the video that I had earlier on the stream, where it was some very nasty ships, or a very nasty ship that the AI built. Cramped. Jesus, minimum bulkheads. This is the thing. The torpedo launchers. These are incredibly heavy. 244 tons each. I'm going to have to go standard. Sorry. You're not getting to spew them out. Done. Let's go! So what happens with the war system? You will get a chunk of peace at the beginning. I think that's probably intentional, so that players have time to adjust their fleets, build new ships, do the design, get the research priorities in order and stuff like that. And then when the wars start happening, whenever a war is declared, there is a massive swing in the relations modifiers. So one war will normally cause another, which will then cause another and another, and the world will basically divide into two alliances, more or less, and then they'll fight it out. Unless countries, one war they support one side and then the other war they support the other side. Nothing you can do about that, by the way, as a player. That's more your population reacting. And then you can kind of end up neutral and in the middle. We'll try it. Formation systems. Yes, good. Right, cruisers. And this is all just destroyers. Okay, fine. Right, the enemy did start very far away, which is probably a good thing. To make my life easier, though, I'm gonna see that. Why are you picking up more than one thing? Don't do that. Screen battleships. Save your torps. Normal formation. Destroyers. Anyone else in weird settings? Yeah. That way, that way, that way. Cool. Look at that, they're actually selling information. Amazing. Enemy in sight. Right, destroyers. Target the battleship. Try doing a maneuver. Wow, really? Firing at that range? Impressive. Yeah, I actually really agree with the way Ultimate Admiral has you as the, you are an admiral. You're not, or you are the admiral rather. You are not the spirit of the nation, to use a paradox term. You don't control everything. I like that. But as well, you need to give players enough agency. Oh, they're hiding there. They're running away. Boo. Boo. And hiss. How boring of you. Let's have a look at the design. Yeah, it's not bad. Probably an 18-inch gun at least, from the sound of it. Yep, 18.2. It's not a terrible cruiser. That one's a bit weird. Are they shooting my destroyers? What a surprise. Just do something. Just dump torpedoes. I'm bored with your torpedo-ness. Whatever. Do your thing. Right. In fact, that's how much I want to micro destroyers. 29.5 knots, pretty good. Armour is a little bit on the low side. Semi-oil diesels. Interesting mixture. Standard shells, is it? Yeah, standard tube powder, picric, cap ballistic 2, and incendiary shells. Okay. Wow, it's got a torpedo hit. They're still trying to fire on the South Dakota. Yeah, they are. Scored in 1 or 2 hits. How many torpedo hits did we... Yeah, 8 torpedo hits total out of, I don't know, how many thousands of torpedoes we fired. Yeah, trust me, this would have been a lot different if I'd had my typical gunboat destroyers. No, this is a custom Tremacel. Custom battle. The bounce mod isn't out yet for 1.1.8 R or 1.1.8, which is fine. Admiral Snackbar does it, you know, as a hobby in his spare time. I shouldn't assume it's a he, of course. In their spare time, you know, there's no expectation from me that it is a fantastic job lately. Keeping up the pace of updates, but sometimes it just can't be done, and I get it. So yeah, doing a bit of old school custom battle dreadnoughts. Intent on killing the light cruisers. What does the balance mod change? So it changes quite a few things, mainly to do with it is also focused on the campaign, not customs. Mainly what it does is it adjusts how penetration and damage works a little bit, so that the overall feel of it is that battles are far more... They can really turn on a single hit, going through a citadel, and the whole battle will change, and you get massive damage from those, and it happens. I don't say it happens more or less often, but it's more impactful when it does. I don't know how else to put it. The other thing it changes is rate of fire. So most of the changes to do with rate of fire and when gun techs unlock in a campaign. Basically so that bigger guns are more useful, because it massively ups the rate of fire of your 18 and up inch guns. And it's based on real world values of, Yamato's guns and things like that. And then extrapolating for the 20s. Because UAD vanilla does kind of make big guns a little bit not great. It has improved lately because they're now more accurate. But the rate of fire was really holding them back, as well as their accuracy, and it does kind of fix that. So, yeah, big guns much more dangerous, so you get a more late game progression. 16, 18, 20 inch guns, you want to be keeping up with that. Basically. But it's just nice. It's a nice change. I prefer playing with it. The battles are less, waiting to grind down the enemy, and more, oh wow, that's it. Game over for one side or the other. And yeah, I find it's more challenging in an unpredictable way, and I kind of like that, because you never quite know what's going to happen. And yeah, a design that you think is complete crap can suddenly score a lucky hit, and then you think, oh, actually, that's a pretty scary gun. They just weren't able to hit me. Well, now they're hitting me. I'm not having a lot of fun. Look at that cruiser go. Did you see that turn? Jesus. Drifting. But there's a full list of changes on the forum, Game Labs forum, thread about the balance board by Admiral Dreadnoughts. I highly recommend it. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, saw that coming. Again, what the hell? I know I'm maneuvering with the battleship, but yeah, just take 5 torpedoes. They're 5 24-inch long lance oxygen torps. Mitsu doesn't care. Only has anti-torp 3, this thing. No, 4, sorry. Anti-flood 3. And, yeah, maximum bulkheads, but still, that's pretty funny. It's just like, just shrugging it off. It's the power of the resistance stat. This thing has a pretty good base resistance of like 90 something. Oh, thank you for the cross check. Oh, was that the South Dakota going down? It was fantastic. Let's just clean up at this point. And destroys the left. I don't know. I think this little gaggle here, there might be some hiding. Just hear the constant crunching of stuff behind me. Yeah, taking a bunch of torpedoes. Oh, and an ammo debt. Okay, if torpedoes cause ammo debts or flash fires, they can be a little bit dangerous, but I'm not even trying to avoid them at this point. And this is kind of what I mean. Like this battle had a lot of torpedoes on either side. A lot. Let's have a look at how our destroyers did. No damage. Scored 7 torpedo hits, 5.7 thousand damage, and this one scored 3 for 3,000 damage. That's kind of it. Oh, this one did well. Look at that, 20,000 damage off 3 torpedo hits. Not great. But then you start looking at what the battleships are dishing out. Like, yeah. Those destroyers, which, remember, were 75 million each. Ugh, no, just not worth it. Not convinced of torpedoes at all. Not in the slightest. On the US side, let's look. 2 hits. You know, they're scoring hits every now and then. But they did only lose a few destroyers. Like, yeah. The Mutsu here, just, and the Kotetsu just demolishing everything. I can't remember if it does changes to torpedoes. I think it might. Torpedoes a little bit more damage. But, yeah, there we go. No. Well, those of you on YouTube, I hope you have enjoyed this one. And I'll see you again soon for some more Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. Bye for now.